In the words of the great Ingram Jones, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are. Boy, oh boy. I didn't want to have to talk about this stuff. I think this is going to be a very, very quick live. You'll notice that we're not going live during prime time, which is normally like 7 o'clock, 7:30, 8 p.m. We're not going live during prime time. I'm not really worried about attracting much of a crowd for this one, but we'll have a quick chat about Tommy Fury. Jesus Christ. This man's upset some people, hasn't he, Tommy Fury? We'll have a quick chat about Tommy Fury and why he's upsetting people. And then we'll have a quick chat about this fucking... I forgot this garbage was on this weekend. Chisora versus Pulev 2. Oh, my Lord. Can you believe this shit? Chisora versus Pulev 2. Let's do some very, very quick editing on the Matchroom website. I mean, no doubt we'll be doing some more editing if we're still around later on. But let's just put this in. There you go. Hold on, put the caps in. What the fuck is going on? Here we go. There we go. That's better. That's how it should be spelled. There we go. Yeah. Chisora versus Kubrat Pulev. Absolutely. Can you put some styling on the span as well? Give me one sec. Let's just emphasize this. How do we do this in CSS? But embedded in HTML. There we go. Oh, there you go. You can see what they fucking pay the money for at work. Kubrat Pulev. Right, there you go. Versus Derek Chisora 2. It is what it is. We'll be going through that sack of shit. I'm not going to go through the undercard yet. I'll surprise you all by going through it in a minute. Right, let's talk about Tommy Fury very, very quickly. I'm going to upset some people. Andre the Giant's in here. Jesus, Andre, don't get me started on this coward clown. No cuts, no balls, no skill, weak-minded little boy. Well, we disagree, Andre. Wait till you hear my opinion on this, and then you let me know if we disagree. All right? Oh, nothing like an ice cold glass of Waitrose apple juice when you are when it's nice and warm. Okay, Tommy Fury. Let me do a poll first and foremost. Let's just do a poll before we get this going. Actually, I should have got this poll running from the get-go. If you just bear with me 30 seconds, I'm just going to put a poll up in the chat for you all because YouTube wants people to be interactive, don't they? YouTube's quite up for getting people interactive with their subscribers and all that. You know me, I try and avoid my subscribers as much as possible, but it is what it is. Right, there you go. Here's a nice poll for you, all right, which you can look at right now. It's be pinned to the top of the chat right now. Okay, is Tommy? Oh God, I can't even spell. Let me end that poll. Jesus Christ, I'm the one who slags people off the most for failing to spell. And then I come up with a poll like that. Is Tommy Fury is coward? Jeez. There we go. A coward. There we go. There we go. Sorry about this. I'm not on form today. I had to have physiotherapy on a right arm issue I've got, which is boxing related. So it is, yes, Toby. Isaac Low spelling. Oh my God. Jesus, hold on. There we go. I nearly did the same thing again. There we go. Oh, Jesus Christ. Right, let's do that again. Yeah, Isaac Low spelling. There we go. Right. There should now be a poll for you all. Pinned to the top of the chat. Is Tommy Fury a coward? You can quote on that. Now I'm going to give you my opinion. All right. Oh, by the way, before we get going, if you would like to take part in the chat, you will need to subscribe. If you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button already. If you do not hit the like button, you know what will be happening.
What's going to happen now? It's dead. You're dead.
There you go. Sending the heavies round. All right, then. Right, let's hear this stuff. Tommy Fury. Then Jake Paul. I don't think Tommy Fury's a coward. There you go. So you can now come and shoot me and throw arrows at me and do all sorts and send me abuse. This boy's been getting a lot of abuse online, Tommy Fury, right? He's been getting a hell of a lot of abuse online. And I'm trying to figure out why he's getting so much flack and why he's getting so much abuse. Like, I understand, you get a little bit of stick, you call Jake Paul out, you say things, and then whatever, the fight doesn't happen, whatever. We'll get onto that in a sec, yeah? But some of the stuff that I'm seeing online, like the absolute vitriol towards Tommy Fury. I mean, Jesus Christ. It's almost like Tommy Fury's been out on the town shagging people's mums or something. I have no idea what's going on and why it's got so personal. This is my opinion on Tommy Fury, all right? And I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, you can let me know in the chat, right? I don't think Tommy Fury is a coward. First and foremost, I think the following. I'm not sure if any Fury can get into America right now. There's a lot of talk online from people who have no idea what the situation is, and they're talking about visas and Polish embassy and this and that's fine. But as far as I'm aware right now, press 7 if you agree with me on this. Here we go. We'll make it even more interactive. Press 7 if you agree with me on this, and press 8 if you disagree with me on this. Is there any proof that any Furies can get into the United States of America right now? Since Daniel Kinahan was put on that fucking list, and since sanctions were taken against Daniel Kinahan, is there any proof that anybody with the surname Fury can actually get into the United States? Because as far as I'm aware, John can't get in because of his criminal background. Tyson's tried to get over there twice and he can't get over there. From what I've heard, Frank Warren can't get over there because of his links to MTK. I could be wrong about that, but I've heard Frank Warren can't even get in. So who can get in? Who are these Furies who can get into America? I could be wrong. Like I said before, if I'm wrong. Let me know. But on this fight taking place in America, are there actually any Furies that can get in, that can actually get into America right now? I know people are saying he was in America 6 months ago. Tommy can get in. Even Frank Warren said all Tommy needs to do is go embassy. Is it that straightforward? So Tommy just needs to go. So is that what's going on? All Tommy Fury needs to do is just go to the embassy and the fight's made. Yeah. Can I ask you guys a question? Genuine question. You know this embassy stuff that people are talking about? Just go to the embassy and you can get in. Where did you hear that from? You hear that from Jake Paul, yeah? And apparently Frank Warren said something about it as well. Yes, also, so Frank Warren said all Tommy's got to do is go to the embassy and the fight's on. So can Tyson Fury go to the embassy and get in as well? Can Tyson Fury go to the embassy too and get in? Or is it a completely different issue, yeah? So he's not suffering from the same issue as Tyson. So what do you believe? You believe that Tommy Fury would sign a contract to fight Jake Paul? So you would sign an agreement to fight Jake Paul and then pretend that he can't get into America and then pretend he can't get into the embassy instead of just not accepting the fight? Okay. Are you guys sure about that? I could be wrong. I'm just having a chat. Are you guys sure about that? Are you guys sure about that? So he's signed to fight for 2 million. Instead of just declining the fight or just saying he's injured or that he can't fight yet, right? He signed for a fight, or he agreed to fight in public, and then he pretended that he tried to get on a flight to America, pretended that he couldn't get on, or that he couldn't get on, and then he's pretending now that he can't get to the embassy. You guys are sure about that? Hey, can I ask you a question? This is my thing, right? You're saying it's called bottling it, right? And that's fair enough. Why is he bottling it? What's he afraid of? What are you saying? Are you saying he's apprehensive about losing? Have you ever bottled it before? Just out of interest. Are you one of these, just asking, like, hey, are you one of these guys that are like, are you one of these lucky guys that you've never ever lost a fight, never backed down? I'm just trying to get a gauge of the viewership that we got here tonight. When you say bottled it, have you ever bottled it before? Have you ever like been in a boxing fight and got scared before you fought, or had have you ever been apprehensive before you've had a fight? Or are you one of them guys that are just super tough, that are just always down to fight at all? See, I don't know. I'm not convinced about the whole thing. Let me tell you something else, right? Okay? Let me tell you something else. Whether he's bottled it or not bottled it, right? I think people get confused about Tommy Fury. Tommy Fury, for me, isn't even a part-time boxer. He's not like a proper boxer. His heart's not in the sport. The guy, and this is a good thing, right, is not married to the game of, he's not married to the game of boxing. So all the time, right, let me say this, right, all the time you come across guys and they've got nothing other than boxing. They've got nothing. Do you know how many people you talk to and they've got nothing to live for other than boxing? They've got like no education. They've got no credentials. They've got no other sources of income. They have got absolutely nothing, right? They've got nothing. And as a result, these are the guys that take advantage of, these are the guys that get taken advantage of. They get chewed up and they get spat out, right? For me, Tommy Fury is not really a proper boxer. For me, he's a guy whose heart is not in boxing. That's my opinion of Tommy Fury. His heart's not in boxing, right? I'm not saying he's a coward, but his heart's not in boxing. And his heart's not in boxing to me for a good reason. Because unlike a lot of these other people who are in boxing, Tommy Fury is around money. His brother is worth 30 to 40 million. His partner, Molly May, is a multi-millionaire many times over. So Tommy Fury's in a unique situation for a boxer, you know. A lot of these boxers, right? I'm not talking the pay-per-view ones like your AJs, your Wilders, your Furies, right? But in general, a lot of these boxers that you see, I'm telling you, ones that are topping the bill on Sky Sports, right? Ones that are topping the bill. You see these boxers that are topping these bills at these boxer shows. Do you think these guys have money? They have to box. They have to do it. They have to. They have to. You know, someone like Jake Paul comes along and throws them $500,000 on short notice. They have to take it because they've got nothing. They've got no income. They've got no prospects. They've got nothing to fall back on. All I'm saying is, rightly or wrongly, Tommy Fury is surrounded by money. So this is how I look at Tommy Fury. When I see these shenanigans with Tommy Fury, and I'll go through all your comments. Where's A? I saw your comment and your comment was fine. Let me quickly get to this. Andre, I've seen your comments. I'll get to all your comments. Just give me a sec. Not saying it's not normal to bottle it, B chats a lot. A, that's fine with me. Please carry on, okay? So what I'm trying to say is this. I don't take Tommy Fury seriously. This is what I think Tommy Fury's at, right? I don't think Tommy Fury faked his injury the first time against Jake Paul. I don't think Tommy Fury was scared, right? Here's what I think happened. Tommy Fury's a part-time boxer. He's a guy who's never really probably trained extremely seriously for a fight in his life. Do you know what I mean? He's never really been involved in a life or death fight. He's never been involved in a 50-50 fight. Do you know what I mean? He's always been more of a feature. He's always been more of a sideshow. He's in there because his name's Fury, right? He's not in there to the degree because of his ability, right? So I think what happened the first time around is, all of a sudden, he agreed to fight Jake Paul. He's got himself involved now in what many people thought was a genuine 50-50. In fact, most people thought he was going to get knocked out. He's gone into the gym with Tyson Fury, and for the first time in his life, he's actually done some heavy-duty training. Seriously, like for the first time in his life, he's really gone in and done some heavy-duty training. And his body couldn't take it. Body couldn't take it. Happens all the time. Body can't take it. I'm in physiotherapy right now because I didn't go to the gym during COVID. I've come out of COVID and I went from not going to the gym to training six times a week. Sometimes twice a day. And now my body's fucked. And I've gone to the physiotherapist today because my arm is in pain. And I'm thinking, shit, I hope I don't need injections or surgery. And they're saying, no, Ultra, you're okay. well, it looks like you're okay. What's happened is you've gone from 1 to 1,000. So your body, you've done nothing. You've sat on a couch talking bollocks on YouTube and eating falafels all day. And now all of a sudden, you've started training again. Your body just don't like it. So that's what I think. What do you guys think about my opinion about why Tommy Fury pulled out that first fight? Press 7 if you agree and press 8 if you disagree. It's fine if you disagree. I think most people disagree with me on that. But I think the first time around, I don't think he pulled out on a fake injury. I looked at his scans and his doctor's email address and GMC number are all over them. So that's my opinion. I think his simple fact is he wasn't, that was the first time in his life he trained properly and trained hard. And you could see him lying on the floor with Tyson Fury smashing those massive medicine balls into his gut. Tyson Fury's been training like that for years. He's conditioned to train like that. Tommy Fury ain't conditioned to train like that. Tommy Fury ain't conditioned to train like that. So I just think it came too soon. So on the first one, I never thought he was scared the first time. I've never seen a boxer produce scans to that degree. Never. I've seen Dillian Whyte say that he can't fight Otto Wallin because he's got a bad shoulder. I never saw a single scan. come out of Dillian Whyte. And everybody fucking bought. Do you remember when Dillian Whyte hurt his shoulder? And I believe Dillian Whyte was hurt, right? But Dillian Whyte didn't produce a single fucking scan when he pulled out the week of the Otto Wallin fight. Otto Wallin spent £40,000. How much money did Otto Wallin spend on camp for that Dillian Whyte fight? How much did Otto Wallin spend on camp? He spent 40, 50 grand, did he, on camp? And Dillian Whyte pulled out as he was about to fly to the UK and claimed his shoulder was hurting and didn't produce a single scan. And you know what the funny fucking thing about that is? He got 150 times less heat than Tommy Fury's getting, and Tommy Fury produced fucking scans. It's one of the only people I've ever seen to produce scans. We could have contacted Tommy's doctor because the idiot even forgot to take his doctor's name off the damn scans. We could have fucking pinged his doctor if we wanted to. We could have all emailed Tommy Fury's doctor. Didn't even remove his doctor's names off the damn scans. I don't know. The second time around, look, I just think at the minute, I'm not sure if any Fury can get into America, regardless of the Kinahan thing or not. So we'll have to see. Let me go through some of your comments and then I'll get onto the UK offer. Why are you talking heavy about Thomas Fury? Yeah, I'm talking heavy. LD Phoenix says he's a coward. Big 23 years old, same age as me, and is talking the most and can't back it up, can't respect it. But LD Phoenix, here's the thing, right, that you got to remember. Tommy Fury doesn't have to fight. This is what I'm saying about Tommy Fury, people don't get. I think Tommy Fury is a part-time boxer. He will fight. He's never going to be in Evander Holyfield. He doesn't want to be world champion. That's what I think. All this stuff about, if you think Tommy Fury is going to be a world champion, I think you're nuts. I don't think Tommy Fury wants to be a world champion. I don't even think Tommy Fury's got a massive love for boxing. Right? Tommy Fury's a guy who's surrounded by millions. And he will fight Jake Paul for millions. And he will fight Jake Paul under his terms. So if the money is right and everything is right, he will fight Jake Paul and he will do it for money and to increase his profile. And that's it. Does that make sense what I'm saying? He's almost like a part-time boxer. And I think he's in a unique situation. Let's talk about the 500k offer. Sorry, I'm going all over the place. Let's go back to today's 500k offer. This made me laugh today, right? Jake Paul. Where can we get to this offer, this Jake Paul offer? 500k. Look at this. Jake Paul. I'm confident you are a scared little boy who doesn't want to fight or understand business. I will pay you 500k to fight me in the UK. I will do it shortly after August 6th. You accept. Now, with all due respect, right? We had this chat online today, right? People are saying, this is the mistake people are making, in my opinion. Oh my God, 500k. Wow. Tommy Fury can't get 500k for fighting anybody. He's got to jump at that. Oh my God, 500k is much more money than he would make in any other fight. And yes, you are right. course, 500. Tommy Fury's not making anywhere near. Tommy Fury's probably not even making 50k to fight the tomato cans that Uncle Frank lines up for him every other weekend down in the copper box. But you've got to understand two key points, right? Let me make this point and then I'll ask you if you agree. One, Tommy Fury is not your average boxer. Again, he's got a brother who's worth 30, 40 million. His girlfriend is worth millions. Tommy Fury is looked after by millionaires. He does not need, like 500k. Tommy Fury doesn't need 500k. I'm going to tell you right now, I tell you now, 95% of boxers in Britain right now, I'll rephrase that, 99% of boxers in Britain right now need 500k. That's the reality of it. 99% of boxers in the UK right now need 500k. Tommy Fury isn't one of them. He doesn't need 500k. Tommy Fury doesn't need 500k to pay the mortgage, doesn't need 500k to pay the bills. Tommy Fury doesn't need to pay off his expensive cars. It just is what it is. He doesn't need the money. He does not need the money. Right? So, it is what it is, isn't it? The 500k thing is relative, isn't it? That's what I think. People say 500k. Let me say one thing and I'll leave it at this. When you think about the 500k, because people did the same thing. Remember with Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua? When Eddie Hearn said, I'll offer you, Deontay Wilder, I'll offer you a 15 million flat fee. Do you guys remember this many years ago? We had the same conversation about Wilder. When Matchroom said, we're going to offer you 15 million flat fee to fight Anthony Joshua, right? And Deontay Wilder said, well, hold on a minute, that's absolutely ridiculous. And then he goes, oh, yeah, but it's more than you've ever earned before. It's more than you've ever earned before. In my opinion, I'm not a businessman by any stretch, but yeah, exactly, Shevin. 12 million flat fee for a 100 million fight. It's ridiculous. What you do is when you judge 500k, you don't say, oh, I'm going to jump at 500k to fight Jake Paul in the UK because it's more money than I would earn for fighting a tomato can in a copper box. What you do is you do this. You say, right, how much do I think the Jake Paul fight is worth, right? And is 500k my fair slice of what it's worth? You don't look into. So if the Jake Paul Tommy Fury fight, hypothetically speaking, is worth 20 million pounds, right? Tommy Fury would be a fucking moron to take 500k. Doesn't matter if it's more than his highest purse. Does that make sense? It's stupid. This is a really, really bad analogy, but let me give you an analogy, right? Press 7 if you agree with this analogy, and press 8 if you do not agree with this analogy. If you went for a job interview, right? If you went for a job interview to be a software engineer at Google, right? And you knew that Google were paying their software engineers 100,000 a year, right? You're currently on 20,000 a year, okay? You've gone for a job interview with Google, and you know Google tends to pay its engineers 100,000 a year, right? And Google say, listen, we're going to give you the job, but we're only going to pay you 50 grand a year. And you go, what the fuck? Why am I getting 50 grand a year? Everybody else is getting 100 grand. You've got everybody else doing the same job as me and they're getting 100 grand a year. Well, you should be happy with 50 grand. You've just come from a 20 grand a year job. Does that make sense? It's fucking nonsense. It's nonsense. When you think about it, innit? You go for a job interview, right? And everybody who's doing the same job as you is getting paid 50 grand a year. Everybody who's doing the same job that you're going to do is getting 50 grand a year. And they offer you, oh, but we're going to offer you 25 grand a year. Why are you paying me 25 and you're paying everybody else 50? Why do you care? It doesn't matter. It's more money than you've ever earned in your whole career. You only got 20 grand in your last job. You only got 20 grand in your last job. That's more money than you've ever earned before in your life. No. Only a moron would say, yeah, I'll take that. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll do a job for 25k that everybody else is doing for 50 because it's more money than I've ever earned before in my life. No, you're getting shafted. You don't do it like that. You look at... Does that make sense? It's like, I am, no joke here, I am one of the thickest people on this planet. And the fact that I've been able to clock that and other people can't, that's worrying, you know. But then again, like I said, half of Twitter is on Universal Credit and JSA anyway. It's bizarre, isn't it? Like these people that are telling this guy, it doesn't matter if we're getting shafted. Doesn't matter if we're getting shafted. It's more than you've ever been paid before. But these people don't live by those rules, do they? Because when these people that are saying that to Tommy Fury, they're the first people to go to the boss and fucking beg for a pay rise. Let's go through your comments. Exactly. That's like an employer telling a graduate fresh out of MIT, well, we are going to pay you double than what McDonald's paid you when... Exactly, Chevron, exactly. That's like an employer telling a graduate fresh out of MIT School of Engineering, well, we're going to pay you double than what McDonald's paid you when we were a student. So that's all I'm saying about this 500k. You have to look at it and say, look, what is the fight worth? Okay, right. Let's just say the fight's worth 10 million, 20 million, whatever. How much is the fight worth? I'm just guessing, right? How much is the fight worth? Okay, right. What do I think is my percentage? Okay, I want my percentage of what I think the fight is worth. I don't give a shit about who got paid what in their last fight. Jesus fucking Christ. Jack Donahue says it's a great tactic. The masses always fall for it. Give the fighters stick for rejecting less than what they are worth. And you know what the funny thing is? And I could be wrong, right? But do you remember when we had this conversation about Wilder? And I could be wrong about this, right? Remember when they were clowning Wilder for not taking that 15 million? Do you remember that? Wilder's not, but it doesn't matter. And as Chevron says, they wanted Wilder to take a 15 million flat fee for a fight that was worth, what, 100 million or something ridiculous. Or because it's more than he's ever been paid. Look, this is Deontay Wilder after he didn't take the fight. 2020 Celebrity 100 earnings. Man went on to go and earn nearly fucking 50 million in the year 2020. Matchroom wanted to offer him 15 for a fight with AJ. Come on, man. Matchroom wanted him to take 15 for a fucking fight with AJ. The man went on to earn the man went on to go and earn 50 million in fucking 2020. Do you know what I mean? So you have to ask yourself, innit? It's mad, innit? That's all I'm saying. Like, I question it all. I really do question it all. Andre says John Fury says in his vid they would take less. John Fury is a muppet. Simple as that. John Fury. If John Fury told me the sky was blue, I'd look up to check. Simple as that. John Fury needs to close his pie hole. Tommy, let me tell you right now, right? Let me tell you this right now. Hand on heart, yeah? And we'll move on from this topic in a sec, right? If I'm advising Tommy Fury, right? If I'm advising Tommy Fury financially, and there is like a 10, 20 million or something in this fight with Jake Paul, and he accepts 500k, I'm going to go around to Tommy Fury and slap him in the face with a wet fish. Why the fuck are you accepting 500k for a fight that's worth so much more? Forget what John Fury says. John Fury talks bollocks. John Fury says he'll fight anybody, anytime, anywhere, which he probably would. But John Fury says a lot of stuff and doesn't follow through. So forget what John Fury says. He's a muck. And I agree with you, Crazy D3. Tommy boxes to make John proud. I don't think... All right, press 1 if you agree with me and press 2 if you disagree. I don't think Tommy Fury's heart is in boxing, but I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And all I'm saying about it is this, yeah? I don't mind Tommy Fury getting a bit of stick. It's fine, he can get stick. But I'm just saying, like, some of the stuff that I see online, like, I have to say it's starting to get, like, a little bit out of control now, you know? A little bit out of control. That's just my opinion. Like, to me, he's a young boy. He's what is he, 23, 24, 25. He's a young boy. He's got A 1 in a million life. Tommy Fury is in the 1%, right, of people on the planet, right? In terms of the lifestyle Tommy Fury lives, right? He is in the 1% of people on this planet, yeah? In terms of the lifestyle he lives. I just think, look, I look at a guy like Tommy Fury and I think, do you know what, Tommy? Look, maybe, yeah, you say some dumb shit. Maybe it's true. Maybe you're apprehensive about a fight with Jake Paul. Maybe you're writing checks that your ass can't cash. But do you know what? I look at a guy like Tommy Fury and I think, you know what? I'm glad to see that that young man has options and that he's not a slave to boxing. And I think that some quote unquote, which I'm not one of them, right? But I think some quote unquote hardcore boxing fans, they think it's like fashionable to bash on a guy like Tommy Fury because they don't really understand what boxing is. Mainly, again, if you know boxers, or if you've been in the gym with boxers, or you knew boxers, you would see what happens to these guys who win British titles, Commonwealth titles, blah blah blah. When they're finished in boxing, they're broke. Like these guys, yeah, who watch Sky Sports, they think like everybody on these boxer cards is on like a fucking £1,000,000. They fall for this shit. They see all these boxers driving around in BMWs, and they actually think these boxers have money. They don't realise that when these British, Commonwealth, European, and even world champions sometimes, once the fights dry up, that's the end of it. And they really struggle to adjust to life. But what I'm trying to say is, I think there's like a certain hardcore fan base who think that, well, yeah, if Tommy's a real fighter, then he should be a slave to boxing. He should fight for free. He should take a loss. He should, if he really wants to prove himself, then he should take the 500k. He should take 1.5 million less than what he would get to fight in America. If Tommy Fury's a real tough guy, what's the one we hear from these guys? Fight for legacy. Do you remember this bullshit? Oh, he should fight for legacy. Oh, if he loves boxing, he should fight for legacy. Do you know what fighting for legacy will do? Do you know what Thomas Hearns' net worth is? You know all these mugs on Twitter running around with Tommy Hearns pictures in their fucking bio, because they think, oh, if I have a fucking Marvin Hagler or a picture of Tommy Hearns in my bio, then it makes me look like I know something about boxing, even though I've never boxed before. Let's have a look at Tommy Hearns. You want to see something right now about Thomas the Hitman Hearns? Did he fight for legacy? Did Tommy Hearns fight for legacy? Look, Tommy Hearns' net worth is $500,000. Some people here are saying his net worth is 50,000. There you go. That's what fighting for legacy gets you. That's what fighting for legacy gets you in the sport of boxing. All right? That's what fighting to prove yourself does in the sport of boxing. That's what following the opinions of Muppets on Twitter gets you in the sport of boxing. Yeah? You end up getting your brains bashed in, your skull bashed in. You get a load of plastic fucking belts, which mean nothing. This is what I keep saying to people who keep yapping on about belts. And they keep yapping on about, but he got all these belts. Do you remember we had these comments? It's almost as bad as the fucking resume stuff. But this belt stuff, this obsession with belts, number of belts. Oh my! I'm fighting for legacy because I want all these belts. Listen, if you want belts, go here. If you want belts, TK Maxx have got some nice belts. If you like belts so much. Belts don't pay the mortgage, man. Belts don't pay the mortgage. That's what I'm saying. So, Tommy Hearns, yeah? Right? One of the most well-respected fighters in boxing history. Yeah? And guess what? He gets all the respect in the world, doesn't he? He gets all the respect in the world. He gets all these people from Twitter with his profile pic. With his pic as their profile pic. He's got all these people from Twitter sharing clips of his fights. And guess what? Guess what that's earned him over the years? $500,000. $500,000. Tommy Fury's turning down more to fight Jake Paul than Thomas the Hitman Hearns' net worth. Do you understand that? Tommy Fury said he wouldn't even get out of bed and fight Jake Paul for the amount of money that is Thomas Hitman Hearns' net worth. So that's the point I'm trying to make. And it's a very, very bad point, but I'm trying my best to make it at the minute, right? But I do think that some of the heat that Tommy Fury's getting, it's because he has options, isn't it? He's not a serious boxer. But I think, yeah, you're right. I agree with you. He's not a serious boxer. I agree with you. He's not a serious boxer. But I think that's a good thing, isn't it? I think it's a good thing. Because the sport of boxing chews people up and spits people out. And I'm happy that this young man has got opportunities out there. So here's my thing in closing. I think he will fight Jake Paul. And I think the fight will still happen. Listen. How many times has Jake Paul said, this is your last chance? Do you know what Jake Paul's like? Jake Paul's like one of them females who call Shevin. Jake Paul's like one of them females who keeps calling Shevin. I'm never going to speak to you again. I'm never going to call you again. I'll be like, Shevin, she's going to call you. She's going to call you. Give it a couple of days, you're going to be blowing up your phone. I'm never going to call Shevin again. I'm never going to call that Shevin again. 3 days later, Shevin, did they call you? Yeah, they called me, but I didn't pick the phone up. Do you know how many times you have to have this fucking conversation? That's what Jake Paul's like. Jake Paul's like one of these women, like, oh, Tommy, that's it. Tommy, that's it. It's your last chance. That's it, Tommy. That's it. That's it. And every time he keeps coming back for more. He keeps coming back for more. Jake Paul's like one of them women off Jeremy Kyle. You know the women off Jeremy Kyle? And Jeremy be sitting there telling these women, you need to leave him. He's no good. He's a loser. He's a loser. Yeah, all right, Jeremy. I'm going to leave him. And they can't be going, yeah! And you'd be finding that, like, as soon as the show's over, she'd be knocking at his door. She'd be knocking at his door. Look. Does anybody remember the Wang from Jeremy Kyle? Does anybody remember the Wang? Jamie Hearn, who was a fighter. Anybody remember him on Jeremy Kyle? The Wang. You probably won't. I can't find it. I'm trying to get it up. This man is a fucking legend. Jamie the Real Deal Hearn. The Wang. There we go. Oh, there's the Wang. Jake Paul's going on like girls do when they're around the Wang. So that's my opinion about it, man. In fact, I will go as far as to say this, right? And I'll leave it at this, right? I think Tommy Fury's on the right track because if you think about it logically, Jake Paul said, this is your last chance. It's over. I'm never fighting you again. Within about 6 hours, he's now offering him $500K to fight in the UK. So it's obvious that something's going to happen somewhere down the line. Why is Jake Paul so desperate to fight Tommy Fury? I don't understand. Listen, I think Jake Paul probably is definitely the more serious boxer out of them two, which is a shame because Jake Paul's a YouTube boxer. But if you're asking me who's the more serious boxer out of Jake Paul and Tommy Fury, I'm saying it's Jake Paul. Jake Paul's definitely the more serious boxer out of them two. I don't know why Jake Paul's so obsessed with fighting Tommy Fury. Like he keeps trying to offer him new deals. Every 5 minutes he keeps telling him that the deal's off. And then he keeps offering him new deals. Anyway, it is what it is. We'll move on to Chisora versus Thing. What do you guys think? Just before we go, what do you guys think about my opinion? And I'll read your comments out right now. Just give me your general opinion. Have I changed any minds? I haven't really gone to change people's minds. I've just given you my view. Have I changed any minds? I bet the polls are Joe. Let's have a look at the poll. Right, we have got 98 votes, 65% if you think Tommy Fury is a coward. That's fair enough. By the way, please feel free to hit the like button. If you'd like to hit the like button, please do. If you do hit the like button, I will give you a free bumper latte. Bumper latte. John Fury's a fucking disgrace. That's a different story, LD Phoenix. John Fury's a disgrace. Simple as that. All right, shall we move on? Shall we move on from that? There we go. I don't think I've convinced anybody, but I've given you thing. Richard says, as long as Jake Paul thinks there's money in a Tommy Fury fight, of course, that fight ain't going nowhere. It's over. Never call me again. Half an hour later, blowing up your phone. That's Jake Paul. That's Jake Paul. That's Jake Paul. Jake Paul no better than them girls that be calling Chevron day in, day out. Just tell him put the phone down, bro. Right. People are getting upset with me for talking about Jake Paul and Tommy Fury. Right? People are getting upset with me for talking about Jake Paul and Tommy Fury. What do you want me to talk about? This. Welcome to the latest edition of British Boxing is Booming Ultra. Do you remember this shit? British Boxing is Booming Ultra. Jesus Christ almighty. British Boxing's dying a death, man. Right now, we are up shit creek. Saturday, July the 9th, 2022. I didn't even know this fight was on, you know. I thought this fight was weeks away. I had no idea that this fight is the day after tomorrow. Do you know what I mean? I had no idea that this absolute garbage was on the day after tomorrow. I mean, it's painful to watch. I mean, if you just look at the press conferences that are going on, have you seen these press conferences? With them two trying to drum up some fake... I mean, we've already seen the fight. Look, we've already seen this. Have you ever seen this fight? Chisora versus Pulev 1. Do you know how one-sided this fight was? Do you know how one-sided this fight was? It was extremely one-sided. I remember watching this live. There you go. Derek Chisora's wearing Umbro shorts. So you can fucking see, look. Think I'm joking? Derek Chisora turned up in the ring with Umbro shorts on and got UD'd for a European title. What loss was that? What loss was that? Was that fucking loss number 8 or 9? I've lost count how many losses Chisora's had. Well, let's have a look at this fucking thing. What if he gets beat by Pulev in this fight? It will be loss number 13. 13 losses. This guy's still topping bills, you know. 12 losses. This man's still topping the bill. Having said that, look, Chisora has lost to good fighters. If you look at them 12 losses, they are to some very good fighters. I mean, you know, Vitali, Hay, Fury twice, Pulev, Parker. I mean, you know, we have to put it in context. Like, Derek Chisora's fought some very, very good fighters, right? But, and of course, would I say to Chisora's face? Hell fucking no. If I say see Derek Chisora on them streets, I am running. I'm doing a far side. Can't keep running away. Can't keep running away. I'm doing a far. If I see Derek Chisora, I'm getting my far side on. I'm running. Freaking running. But look, it is what it is. Look. I wouldn't be doing my job as a respectable boxing journalist. Obviously, I'm joking there, but I wouldn't be doing my job properly if I didn't bring up the fact that in Britain, yeah, we have got guys topping bills, yeah. We've got guys topping bills or on DAZN or whatever with fucking 12 losses. I'm just gonna say goodbye to the missus. One sec. Missus just going to the gym. Hopefully she's not shagging the personal trainer, but it is what it is. Do you know what I mean? If you make YouTube videos for free, instead of shagging the missus, then you're entitled to lose her, aren't you? Exactly, Dave Mill. Journeyman topping the bill. So we'll get to this in a second. Right, let's go through the undercard. Oh, this is a good fight. Ismail Madrimov is that. This guy, Israel Madrimov, is a good fighter. Plain and simple. I haven't seen much of him. I've seen one or two of his fights, so I've seen bits and bobs of him. But this guy, Israel Madrimov, is a good fighter. And he's someone, actually, that I wanted to have a little bit of a closer look at, actually. And Michelle Sawyer is not a bad fighter either. So that's not a bad fight. That's not a bad fight. Madrimov and Sawyer is not a bad fight, okay? But then again, but look what we have here. Oh, it didn't take long for the shit to see you pin. Do you know what these Matchroom cards are like? Do you know when you've had a curry, right? This is what these Matchroom cards are like. Do you know when you've had a curry, right? And you just do a really bad fart, right? And it burns when it comes out your ass. And for that first 10 seconds, you can't smell it. You know, for them first 10 seconds, you just can't smell it. But you know it's going to be bad, right? This is Ismail Madrimov versus Michelle Zoro, yeah? This is Ismail Madrimov versus Michelle Zoro. That's like them first 10 seconds. You know, you do that fart after you've had that chicken korma, you do that burning fart, and you're waiting, because you know eventually it's going to stink. But for them first 10 seconds, it's pretty decent. Everything smells fresh like daisies. And then it just comes on, innit? It comes on strong, and you're like, oh, fuck, shit. Israel Madrimov versus Michelle Zoro. That's them first 10 seconds after it comes out your ass. And then 10 seconds later, it turns into Fabio Wardley versus Kingsley Ben. Or Kingsley eBay. It's coming on now. Oh, shit. Oh, who did that? Oh, fuck, someone opened the windows up. Fuck, stinks. Fabio Wardley versus Kingsley eBay. Why are Matchroom not getting these photos up? Like, I don't understand why are Matchroom slacking on the photos? What's going on? Hold on, let's see if we can get you a photo. Fabio Wardley. Hopefully against an opponent who won't dive. Well, to be fair, this guy looks like he's built like a brick shithouse. Okay, someone say he's a former victim of Jared Anderson. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Well, if he's not taking dives like Eric Molina, well, at least that's something. Excuse me. Eric Molina would never take a dive. Sorry. Allegedly. I apologise. But some of those, some of these recent fights have been rather thing. All right, so we've got Fabio Wardley versus Kingsley eBay. Kingsley eBay. There you go. That's Fabio Wardley's next opponent. Kingsley eBay. There you go. Let's carry on. Felix Cash versus Vaughn Alexander. Does anybody know who Vaughn Alexander is? Felix Cash is a good fighter. 10-rounder for the WBA International Middleweight title. Oof. Another one of these fucking made-up WBA world titles. Wouldn't be a Matchroom card, would it, if you didn't have some version of a made-up WBA fucking international fucking intercontinental fucking international intercontinental independent incontinent. It's always the eyes in it. WBA international incompetent impotent intercontinental independent. Oh my god, I don't know. These titles are a fucking joke. It is what it is. Yeah. Vaughn is Devon's brother. My bad. Okay. Is what it is. And then this guy's a big puncher, Kahim Argakayo. He's a massive puncher, isn't he? I haven't really seen him properly fight, but seen him train. And apparently he's supposed to be a really, really like genuinely big puncher. He's fighting Lucas Mashiek. And then we've got Ramla Ali. Against Augustina Marisa Belen Royas. Sounds like one of Chevin's dates off Tinder. Kevin doesn't use Tinder. He doesn't need to use Tinder, but let's have a look here. We can get a picture. Well, if she's one of these three, might be an easier watch. If anybody can find me a picture of this lady, please let me know. Oh, who's this? I'm trying to find a picture. Oh, sorry, I'm on the wrong screen. Sorry about that, guys. I thought you guys could see. I was just trying to find a picture of who this person is. If it's one of these two, I'll give it a watch. But yeah, anyway, Ramla Ali. For all you Ramla Ali fans out there, it is what it is. Oh, you guys know these opponents. Who lost to Zach Parker? Vaughan Alexander. Who lost to Zach Parker? So you guys know your undercard fodder. Fair play to you. You guys know your undercard fodder. Solomon Dacarez is it against Kevin Nicolas Espindola. 1-7, lost 4. Fair play. And then we got Yusuf Ibrahim against Francisco Rodriguez. Where's this card taking place? Is this taking place? Oh my, is this taking place in the O2? It is. Oh Jesus, the O2 Arena. Do you remember when they used to start? People used to call the O2 the Mecca of boxing. They used to pretend this garbage was the Mecca of boxing. The O2 Arena. Do you remember around about the time AJ was smashing them tomato cans in the O2 during his little reign of terror? Do you remember when I think AJ was like the WBC international champion or something? Do you remember when AJ was going on his little reign of terror? Knocking out cans left, right, exactly, Richard. The Mecca bingo of boxing, exactly. Chisora and Pulev. Does anybody give a shit about this fight? You know what? Let me just quickly end this poll. 64% of you think Tommy Fury is a coward. I'm never going to win that battle with you. 1 sec. There you go. Oh, shit. Hold on. Where's my poll? How can I do? Oh, hold on. I need to remove this poll. Right, I've ended it. There we go. There we go. Right, there's your poll. There's a new poll now in the chat. For those of you who would like to press a button, you will see it. Do you give a shit about Chisora versus Pulev? It is what it is. Let's have a quick look at this. The latest Chisora and Pulev stuff. What they've been doing. These two keep headbutting each other, don't they? Can't find it. I'll try and find it now. These two keep headbutting each other. Like in every face-off, they keep pretending like it's going to kick off, don't they? Trying to get people interested in the fight. Here we go. Oh God, what the fuck is this? Is that Pulev pretending to be on the fucking phone or something? What the fuck? Hold on. Here we go. Here's what I'm after. Sorry. What the fuck is this nonsense? I mean, the funny thing is he's already beaten Chisora. Easy, the first time. Dench says they even got rid of security to try and spice it up. What is this? It's like you can see Chisora. It's just laughable. What? Oh, Jesus Christ. This is laughable stuff, isn't it? You can see Chisora laughing. Pulev's trying not to laugh. In go the fucking heads. Look. Look at Chisora's face. Look at these two fucking... Jesus, what are they fucking doing? Look at Eddie Hearn. Look, he's pretending to be... Wait, look at Eddie Hearn's face. Look at Eddie Hearn pretending like it's going to kick off. Oh, Jesus Christ. Look at Hearn. Look at Hearn in the middle. Look. Look. Oh, oi. Gotta be careful. Don't want Eddie Hearn jumping in between these two. You know Eddie's a former amateur boxer. 5 what's he got? 3 wins, all knockouts, isn't he? Budokai Boxing Club. Fuck me. Don't want Eddie Hearn get it, or it's really gonna get tasty when Eddie gets in the middle of these two. Look at him. Look at him. Look. Jesus fucking Christ. Fuck me. Who on a serious note, genuine question, right? Who is fucking paying? What does it cost to buy this crap on DAZN? But seriously, who's paying for this? Genuinely, like, Are you genuinely paying for DAZN this month to watch this? Like, genuinely? That's what you're doing. You're paying DAZN money to get this. Let's have a look. What am I getting here? Hold on. Let's just have a quick look. Maybe I'll sign up. Well, what am I getting here? Explore DAZN. Right, $7.99 a month. Exclusive boxing. Tick. Jesus fucking Christ. Well, look. Canelo versus Golovkin in a couple of months. Yes, that's exclusive boxing. But I'm talking about this month. What am I getting this month if I sign up for DAZN for this month for $7.99? What am I getting? What am I getting? Documentaries? I didn't know they do documentaries. What documentaries am I getting? Boxing shows and classic. Look, here's the best thing about DAZN. Cancel anytime. There you go. I'll definitely be taking that option. What's on DAZN? Right, let's see what we got. Oh, we got a few. Look. Well, hold on a minute. Chisora versus Pulev on July the 9th. And then you get Garcia versus Fortuna, Javier Fortuna. You get that on the 16th. Is that what I'm getting for my $7.99? Because like, no disrespect, right? No disrespect, yeah? But do these people know that a thing called streaming exists? But you know what I mean? Like, do they know that streaming exists? Because you know when you're competing with like places that can stream in HD quality for free, right? It's a serious business, isn't it? You've got like heavy competition, haven't you? Haven't you? You've got really big competition. Like, what I'm trying to say is, what's the impetus for me to not stream this for free and to watch it on DAZN for $7.99 a month? That's what I'm saying, isn't it? What's the impetus? What's there that's going to say to me, right, I'm not going to stream this for free in HD quality. I'm going to pay DAZN $7.99 for this, for the month of July. For Chisora versus Pulev 2 and Garcia versus Fortuna. I would do it for AJ versus Usyk ain't even on here yet. Hold on a minute. Have they not got AJ versus Usyk yet? Why haven't DAZN got AJ versus Usyk 2 up here yet? What the fuck is this? Ronaldo, El Presidente. Oh my god. Hold on a minute. Where's Anthony Joshua versus Alexander Usyk 2? I thought AJ signed a lifetime deal with DAZN. I don't see AJ versus Usyk 2 up here. All I can see is El Presidente. Ronaldo, El Presidente. $7.99 a month, yeah, for Ronaldo, El Presidente, yeah? Plus I get the DAZN boxing show with Barack and AK. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. Jesus Christ. $7.99. Listen, I love Ronaldo, but I'm not sure I love Ronaldo so much I'm going to spend $7.99 on this bullshit. But they told me it was game changed. Let me just say that. Let me just say this. They say this is the Netflix of boxing, do they? What they call DAZN? What did they say? What did they say? It was the Netflix of sport. Let me go to Netflix. Just out of interest. You know, I don't have a Netflix subscription. I just want to. Where can you see what content Netflix has? Here we go. What can I watch on Netflix? I want to see what their library is, but I've never used it. I actually don't watch Netflix. I think Netflix is bollocks. I don't watch anything to do with fiction. I'm not entering my email then. Let me know if you have a link for me. Because this content library is looking rather thin. Look, you guys, you may think I'm a hater. Am I right, or do you think that content library is rather thin? What's on DAZN? Right. Chisora versus Pulev, Garcia versus Fortuna, the DAZN boxing show. You got Canelo versus GGG, one time, September the 17th. El Presidente with Ronaldo. Classic fights, old Golden Boy fights, and documentaries and features. Like, there's not a lot of content here, is it? Oh, here we go. Watch at least 16 action-packed Matchroom UK fights a year exclusively on DAZN. You also get a lineup of top fight nights from the USA, Mexico, Italy, and Spain. Here we go. Fights featuring Katie Taylor, Derek Chisora, Conor Benn, Josh Warrington, and some of the best British talent. Why is AJ's name? Hold on a minute. Why is AJ's name not on here? I thought we just signed a lifetime agreement with Anthony Joshua. Why is Anthony Joshua's name not on here? What the fuck? Katie Taylor, Derek Chisora, Conor Benn, and Josh Warrington. Yeah, I'm gonna hit the sign up button. Let's sign up right now. They're showing Chisora and Warrington. Yeah, I'm signing up. Do you not think? Can I just say genuinely? Do you not find it funny that they haven't got a lot of AJ stuff around here? I'm not being funny, but AJ's a special advisor, right? Isn't Anthony Joshua like a special advisor? Well, if he's a special advisor, maybe he needs to advise himself to put some of his branding on his own company's website. Wouldn't that be an idea, eh? Do you not think that's weird? Anthony Joshua just signed a fucking deal with DAZN, right? Pretty much for the rest of his career, the next 5 fights or whatever it is, right? And he's now a special advisor. Let me shut the Frank Warren balcony 1 second. Excuse me, while. It's riff-raff outside there. Down here. And there's no mention of Anthony Joshua on this DAZN website. No mention of Anthony Joshua on the DAZN website. And there's no mention of his fight with Usyk. Boxing on DAZN. Or at least he's listed here as a fighter, but he was always on there, wasn't he? Oh, it is what it is. Sorry about that. Right. Does anybody have any predictions for Chisora versus Pulev? I will say this before we go. If Pulev beats Chisora, is that it for Chisora? Yes or no? Give me your comments, I'll read them. Give me your comments, I'll read them. I've got a little game. I've got a little game for us, all right? I've got a little game. All right, let's do something quickly while we go, all right? Before we go, we'll do this. Hit like if you can. And if you'd like to, please hit the like and subscribe button. Please don't be a fake person. Don't be a hater.
Fake people around me. How the hell I'm on your Facebook, I'm on your Twitter, I'm on your Instagram. It's people hating and you ain't saying shit and you claim to be down with me. Give me a break.
Right, before we go, let's do this. Let's play the bins game, right? Because we know we call Matchroom recycling, don't we? Right? You know we call Matchroom, what do we call them? We call them Matchroom recycling because they're always recycling all these boxes, right? So let's start then. Chisora. I can't find Chisora on this for some reason. So we'll do it the other way. I don't know why I can't find Chisora. What bin would you put Chisora in? All right? Because we know Matchroom like recycling fighters. Okay? If they go in the... how do we do this? All right. If you put them in a plastic bin, they can come back again. I'll tell you what. Here's how we do it. Hold on. Here's how we do it. Here's an idea. Let's start organising the rest of the Matchroom stable quickly before we go. Hold on. Right, let's start properly. Here we go. This is the way to do it. Sorry about that. I've become unprepared, all right? All right, let's do this, right? Chisora, right? What bin is Chisora going in? Now, you can either put Chisora in one of these recycling bins so he can come back and fight again, or you can put Chisora in the black bin. You can put Chisora here in the permanent bin, in the wheelie bin. You know this bin, once stuff goes in this bin, it don't come back. Yeah? Let's do this one. I like the this one. This one's from B&Q. Yeah. General waste. General waste. 1 second. See if I can get a link to this image. All right, you get the picture. Dan says put Chisora in a wood chipper. Toby says Chisora with recycling because entertainment. George C says glass because hey glassed him. That's genius. There you go. Put him in a glass bin. He glassed me. He glassed me. So Chisora's going in a glass bin, yeah? So you want to see Chisora fight again. You see, put him in a glass bin. For me, he needs to go here. This outdoor bin that carries 80 litres from B&Q and never seen again. That's it. Joe Wall says, get him in a compost bin. He's been stinking out arenas for years. All right, so Chisora is going in a permanent bin. All right, what about this then? What about a Cole? What bin are we putting a Cole in? Does he go in one of these recycling bins? Or is a Cole going in the bin? The real bin. This bin. The bin of no return. Look. A Cole's 6'6", so he probably fit in one of these. Which bin are we putting a Cole in? Do you want to see a Cole come back? You want to see a Cole another day? If you want to see a Cole come back, paper bin. Plastic bin. For me, a Cole, listen, can I be honest with you? If I never saw Lawrence Okole box again, I can live with that. Press 1 if you agree with me, press 2 if you disagree. If I never saw Lawrence Okole box ever again, I would be okay with that. Genuine. I would be okay with that, you know. If I never ever saw Lawrence Okole in a British boxing ring ever again, I would actually be okay with it. I wouldn't be sad about it, you know, like at all. I genuinely wouldn't be sad about it, you know. Listen, right? Gave him a chance after that Isaac Chamberlain stinkathon, yeah? Do you remember that corned beef with Isaac Chamberlain? Corned beef. Corned beef. I gave a Cole a chance after corned beef, but after having to sit through his last shit show on DAZN, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Gave a Cole a chance after British beef, but corned beef, but boy, that last one on DAZN, he's going in a black bin for me. Let's move on. This would be a good one. This would be a good one. I'm trying to find a particular name. You'll laugh about this name. I don't know if she's on here anymore, actually. I don't know if she's on here. I'll tell you what, let's do it right now. Fuck it. Ebony Bridges, IBF World Champion. Would you put Ebony Bridges in a recycling bin? Come back for another day? Or is Ebony Bridges going in the bin of no return? Are we putting Ebony Bridges in the wheelie bin? If you never saw Ebony Bridges box ever again, how would you feel about that if you never saw this one box? JR, you guys are all saying plastic. These jokesters write themselves, don't they? Plastics. Ebony Bridges going in a plastic bin. Fuck, I hope Mark Tibbs ain't listening. Now, I know Mark Tibbs. Mark Tibbs knows who I am, but he don't listen. He's got better things to do. But I'll tell you what, shout out to Mark Tibbs, man. Mark Tibbs is a great guy, man. I know for a fact Mark Tibbs knows who I am, because every time I message him on Twitter, I pinged him the other day about his fight at Tommy Fletcher. Mark Tibbs responds like that. He's a really good guy. If I ping him on Twitter and say, Mark, blah, 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 Mark just comes back to me straight away. Top guy. So I hope Tibbs ain't listening to this, but Ebony Bridges in the plastic bin. Who said they don't accept silicone in the recycling bin? Who said that? You guys, somebody said they don't accept silicone in the recycling bin. I'm trying to, here we go, Dench. Silicone not accepted in the plastic bin, to be fair. So you all put Ebony Bridges in the plastic bin. Fucking hell, brutal. Jesus Christ. I hear her Twitter page is just, her Twitter page. Richard, do you know what her Twitter page? Richard, do you have any links to her meet and greets? I don't know if you guys know this, but you have to pay to meet Ebony Bridges. Richard, do you have a link for any of that stuff by any chance? You're probably out walking a dog or something, but do you know all these guys were paying £70 to meet Ebony Bridges? Let me see if I can find something on Twitter. She doesn't play around, you know. You meet Ebony Bridges, it's going to cost you serious coin, man. Serious coin. Like, you have to turn up to some event, and then you get tickets in it. And then depending on how much you pay, you get different tickets. And then if you get like a VIP ticket, you get an extended meet and greet with Ebony for like an extra 20 minutes. And I think you get some signed stuff from Ebony. And then, but if you just turn up and you're not in the VIP, I think she just like turns her eyes up at you or something like that. You don't get. What is it? She's making some serious coin out there. Look, here's another one. Look at this. Look, July the 1st, worldwide signings. Come and meet the blonde bomber, Ebony Bridges, here at Worldwide Signings at Romford Shopping Hall, home of Johnny Fisher. Ebony will be signing photos, gloves, and mini IBF belts. Yeah, but what's the price? Hold on a minute. Because Ebony don't sign nothing for free. Where's the price? We might have to get an investigation into that. Where's that price? The return of Ebony Bridges. She don't sign nothing for free. You know, Ebony Bridges is the kind of woman, yeah? If you went up to Ebony Bridges in the street and said, "Hi, Ebony, I'm a big fan, yeah? Can I have an autograph?" Ebony Bridges is the type of woman to put a chip and pin out the back of her pocket. You know, like when you're in a restaurant and it's time to pay. Waiter just comes and brings out the chip and pin. Hey, did you enjoy your meal, sir? That's what Ebony Bridges does to her fans, you know, when they come and ask for an autograph. She just brings out the chip and pin. How would you like to pay? How would you like to pay? Cash or card? She don't play no games. That girl don't sign a damn thing for free. Ebony Bridges. Yeah, Richard, I don't have Twitter on this machine. That's why I can't log into it. I don't have Twitter on this machine. You can pay to have a sit-down meal with Ebony, chicken dippers, and potato smileys with all the other dribblers. Serious, bro. It's chip and pin, Yoking. She don't muck around, man. She's about coin, man. She's about coin. These simps are getting milked. Ebony ain't doing nothing for free. No, it's okay, Richard. It's not a big deal. Right, we'll move on to one of our last ones. Trying to find, you know who. Here we go. Oh, here he is. Jason's here. Just as we're all about to leave, here he is. Right, Shannon Courtney. What bin? What bin is it going in? Tell you what, she definitely wouldn't want to go in the black bin, would she? No, she's not like that. No. That's a bit unfair. I'm not sure Shannon Courtney's video racist, but what bin do you want to put Shannon Courtney in? Oh, Jesus Christ. Dench is saying put Shannon Courtney in the sanitary bin. Oh, for fuck's sake. Dench is on fire. Do you know when you go into them toilets and you see the sanitary bins, like special bins just for fucking tampons and maxi pads? Here you go. There you go. That's where Shannon Courtney's going in. Shannon Courtney's going in a sanitary bin. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, dear. Dear, oh, dear. Thomas says flush her down the toilet, mate. Shannon Courtney. Oh, dear. Shannon Courtney going in a sanitary bin. Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. Oh. Doing this show really wasn't a good idea, was it? It really wasn't a good idea. All right, look, let's quit while we're ahead, yeah? Before the lawyers start phoning. Let's call it a day. All right? Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. And, yeah. Peace out.
What's going to happen now? It's dead. You're dead.